All right. Okay, we're live. All right, thank you. Welcome to the podcast about Nada, episode 10. This is the one with Ant. This is a great friend of mine. He's a phenomenal hooper. He's a entrepreneur, musician, entrepreneur again. Once you already understand the business, once you get into it, he's a great Raiders fan. I can't believe he's a Dodgers fan because I'm a Yankees fan, but we'll dive into that later. But
I
Ant,
don't know about phenomenal hooper no more. I'm done with that career. My knee done
oh,
gave out. It's a wrap, bro. I
you had to
ain't
wrap it
hooping
up.
in a minute,
Throw the
right?
shoes over the landline.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah, they done for, bro. They done got
Okay.
hung up. Rest in peace to that career. Had a good little high school run, but that's it. I'm done.
Okay.
Maybe a
Well, guys,
celebrity game or something to come up and I can hoop then for like 3 minutes and then get on up out of there.
let me know when you come back down, bro. They be hooping
Okay,
at the Legend Center, bro. We
all
can
right, for
for sure.
sure.
I for sure
I,
set that
I
up for
got
you,
like
bro.
1 or 2 runs in me, but then after that,
Oh no,
you
it
know,
ain't nothing too serious, bro. Ain't nothing too serious.
I'm
You know, I'm
telling you,
playing.
I ain't got the lungs for it. That's the whole thing about it.
Hit me out on that. I enjoy the urge right with you, my guy. I understand. I got 3 games in me. All right. So the first segment we're gonna dive into is the quick word reaction. I'm gonna throw some words at you just to see how you react to them. You can say
Sure.
your piece on them however long as you want to. If I need to stop you, I'm gonna stop you. Probably ain't just cause I want to hear what you got to say. The first word is Raiders.
Best football team in the land. But they constantly break my heart. But I love them to death. Hopefully that's the last team I'm waiting on to see win the title out of all the teams that I like. So
Okay. All
we'll
right.
see.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm a Colts fan too, so that's one thing. I'm
Oh,
a Colts
okay,
fan.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm a Colts fan. So we
you know
understand. I
pain.
understand the heartbreak. I understand the heartbreak. Both quarterbacks really pissed me off. Derek Carr, and they talking about trading them. That's
uh,
what I thought was. That's why I threw that in there. They talked
uh,
about doing a trade, Derek
we'll
Carr for
see.
Carson.
Cause he on a team friendly deal and stuff. So like,
I don't
what
want.
is considered a team friendly deal? So we'll see.
Okay, the next one is California.
California. I got so much love for California. That's where I'm at right now out in Oakland. I just drove up the coastal highway of California, bro. That jump takes so long because it's got so many curves and stuff, but it's so beautiful. It's mad expensive for no reason. I can't even lie to you. Like
I
LA,
don't. I'm
Bay.
scared to even know. I always wanted to move out there, but I was always scared when I heard the gas price was like $5 a gallon at one time.
Oh yeah, oh
That's a
yeah.
real thing.
My gas because I get premium, so it'd be like 5.39, 5.59, 5.60. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You already know. You put a dub in that, you turn around, click, click. It's done, bro.
The needle ain't even gonna move off a dub no more.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. But I mean, I love it. The herb is legal here.
That's one thing that is very, very significant. So,
Yeah.
like, how is that? Like, especially because you've been somewhere where it's not legal, and you come back and forth. So, how is that?
It's hard because back home it ain't legal. You can't
At
ride
all?
around with like here. You can ride around with an ounce in your car and you'll be just fine. Yeah. You're allowed to ride up with unless you're a delivery driver or something. Like if you're a regular
Mhm.
person, you can ride with an ounce in the car.
That's crazy. Okay, let's dive to the next one. The marathon.
The marathon. When I think about the marathon, I think about first like the Boston Marathon and stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
but it's really an analogy to life because life is a huge marathon. Like the longest marathon you ever gonna run, and the most difficult marathon you ever gonna run. Uh, and sometimes I think about show marathons too. Watching
Facts.
cartoons and stuff like that. You
Got to
know,
sit down for a good
but
binge.
that's
Binge
kind
on.
of got deaded now since with streaming services and stuff, and you can binge watch whatever you want to watch. So
Yeah, I just got finished watching a documentary with me and my girl was watching a documentary over the Blockbuster because like she ain't really like experienced that as a kid. And I was like, dog, you don't really understand
oh,
like she's our age, but she just like really didn't go to Blockbuster, right? So I
she
was
go
like,
to
bro,
Hollywood movies or nothing.
then miss all. I said, bro, you really understand the sense of grabbing like the first movie and the third movie, the second and then the fourth, and then watching them all in one weekend and then taking them
Mhm.
back on Monday. Like
Oh yeah, because after Monday, boy, you start racking up late fees and all that.
can't do
What?
that. Can't do that. Mama said, hell no to the late fees. All right, the next one is coast to coast driving.
Oh man, it's really made me think about getting my CDL because at this point I need to be paid for this, man. Because I
Because
done
this
did
is
it
your
three
second time
times.
doing it.
No, this is my third time because I drove here, then I drove back after my sister passed, and then
Hmm.
I
Sorry to hear
drove
that
back
again.
just now. So yeah, I need to start getting paid for this, and I heard they hiring, so I might have to go ahead, go to CDL school and get my CDL, man. Cause
Especially if you can really you did it 3 times. Like that don't even seem really like I can't get past 6 hours. I found my limit. My limit is 6 hours. My limit is 6 hours.
I
Cause
tell
I went to school in
everybody,
North Carolina and that was 6 hours. Like people
oh,
don't even
okay,
know that. Like going from people don't know that's how big Florida really is. Like Jacksonville from Miami is really like 5:30 to like six
hmm.
hours depending on how you drive. Bro, from Jacksonville, Florida to Raleigh, North Carolina is still 6 hours.
Oh, y'all done made that drive before,
That's it, bro. Once I realized that, bro, I said, "Nah, bro, I'm good driving, bro." Once I cross 4 state lines, bro, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
bro. You got to try her at least once. Get your RV, a nice size SUV.
Mhm.
I had to rush because certain things and stuff like that, but take like a week, 2 weeks to just drive across. And
I never been west either. The furthest I've been west is Pensacola.
oh yeah, bro. You
Yeah, I've
you
never
you
been
got to come
west.
west, man. You
I've
you
been
got
all
to
up and down
see.
the East Coast, never been west.
Yeah,
So
you got to see Phoenix. You got to see Las Vegas, the Bay Area where I'm at,
mhm.
LA. Uh, where else? La Cruces, New Mexico, El Paso. They all beautiful, man. Like you got to come see it, bro.
I got
You
you,
got to
bro.
take a
All right,
trip.
bet. And then the last one is Ant.
And uh, I don't know, man. A lot of times I be thinking about myself. Most people think like you said I'm enthusiastic, but sometimes I do get down. Sometimes like a lot
Mhm.
of us are ants. We carrying out around a lot. Like a lot of people don't realize how much the next person is carrying around, and like ants carry like what 10 times their body weight or something like that, and
Mhm.
that's what a lot of people are carrying around, and a lot of people don't even know it. Uh, so like for me, I just try to think about, dang, what is that next person carrying around? I was watching a show called Ted Lasso, and what he said was, uh, "Don't be jealous, be curious."
Mm.
And it was like, dang, he was like, none of the people was ever curious about like who he was as a person, what he was going through, and stuff like that. But I was just like, dang, you need to be more curious about what next person going through. So, in a sense, we all ants carrying around a whole lot.
That's why I want to ask. That's why I want you on this podcast because a lot of people don't know that side of you, bro. And I want you on here to really like expand on that because it's like I said, about nada, but nothing is still something.
Oh yeah, yes
So
sir.
so we're gonna dive into the next part for me. The next part is something that we both share a great love for, which is football, right? And even though both our teams are out, now we can watch the playoffs with a clear mind, no bias or nothing. How did you feel about this weekend?
That might be the best NFL weekend we've seen in our lifetime. Um,
Yes, yes, I can
to
100% agree with
have
that statement.
4 games, all walk offs and stuff like that. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, NFL scripted, whatever," but that was one of the best weekends I ever seen. Like, um, even people are questioning the OT rules now just because of the Bills and Kansas City Chiefs game because
Okay,
no
so
quarterback has played as good as Josh Allen did and lost an NFL playoff game. Like
can we agree on this statement? Because are you a betting man?
a little bit. Sometimes
Okay,
I,
so
I
you
ain't
know
too
this,
good at guessing right.
right? So like one of the common bet rules that like a lot of people have is we don't bet against Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady and LeBron James. Especially after LeBron James did that 3-1 thing, he walked himself into that consideration. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick been doing that. Nick Saban, of course. Do you think Patty Mahomes walked himself into that conversation, and you can't bet against him after that game?
uh, as a Raiders fan, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna have to say yeah, because every
Right?
time, even when we was the beginning of the season like 5-2 or whatever before we had the collapses and stuff,
Yeah, I had a
seeing
lot
that
of hope
Kansas
in y'all.
City Chief game on the schedule, I'm like, oh boy, because
Y'all was his
you have to
turnaround game. That was crazy because he was
yeah.
having a terrible season. Y'all was his turnaround game. That's crazy too.
Waxed twice this season, bro. So I seen it personally. Like Pat Mahomes is that boy. Like 13 seconds. Even though the Bills didn't play the best defense or whatever,
Mm-mm.
13 seconds, bro. You you can't tell me he ain't that guy, bro. Like it's getting
Nah,
real hard to bet against him in December and January, and he getting to February quite a bit. So
because I saw a stat line and they said about this about Rodgers. Their stat line looking real similar. Both of them been to their divisional championship. I think 5 or 4 times. They both have one Super Bowl ring, one Super Bowl MVP. I think Rodgers got a little bit more MVPs in the regular season just because he been in the league a little longer.
Mhm.
Um, is Aaron Rodgers falling down, or is it because his team around him isn't performing that his reputation is dropping? What you think?
Nah, that like I can't even lie because this Sunday that was mainly special teams. You got a block punt, block field goal. Rogers didn't play his best game, obviously, um, but it I can't really knock somebody down for losing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
like same thing with LeBron James. They say, oh, he done lost 6 finals, whatever. He was still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? A
He
lot of us,
been 8 straight. I mean, what y'all
yeah,
expect
like
me
a
to
lot
do?
of us been at home. Like, especially me being a Raiders fan, how am I gonna judge Aaron Rodgers that much when my quarterback just now making the playoffs and stuff like that? Um, he still, I mean, he still done stuff that we haven't seen any other quarterback doing things like that.
Okay.
But I can't even lie. Mahomes is getting over the hump rather than how Rodgers is. I mean, Rodgers done been to the NFC Championship quite a bit, and he just can't get over the hump. And especially when he played in 49ers. I don't know what it is about the Niners, but he cannot get past them.
And I don't really and like their peak is like really weird because like a lot of people don't really understand this. The 49ers really were a contender for like the past 3 seasons. They just have these bad injury hiccups where they might lose a Nick
Mhm.
Bosa, a Debo Samuel, a Jimmy Garoppolo, or whatever, a crucial running back, defensive back, or something like that, and now they're crashing. But there's still been a contender every season. So I
Oh yeah,
wasn't really surprised when they beat Dallas. I was surprised when they beat the Packers though.
exactly. Yeah.
So now we got them coming into this crucial weekend against the Rams, who we saw almost blow. Bro, I don't even know how to feel about that game because that game pissed me off more than anything. Even though they won, that game pissed me off more than anything. Because I wasn't watching the game all day. So this is where I tuned in on it, right? I tuned in on it literally on the same play when Tom Brady said hut and threw the streak right to Mike Evans or Jalen Ramsey. So I'm like, all right,
Oh, okay.
that ain't
See,
nothing. You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
even watch the whole game either. I saw updates on my phone say it was 27-3, and
Oh, bro, I'm
then
finna catch you up. I got you right here. This is a
it,
this is play by
no,
play.
no, no. I saw that catch on Jalen Ramsey. I saw when they was down. What was it? 27-13. That's
Yes,
when I had clicked
bro.
it on, and I was just like, bro, is they really finna?
Come
Okay.
back. Yes, yes, that's
And I
theirs.
was just like, bro, it
Cam
really
Akers
ain't no
finna
way.
fumble. Cam Akers gonna fumble, which don't make sense to me
I
because I
saw that.
found out that was his second fumble of the game. I didn't even know that. He
Mm.
fumbled again. And then we're gonna follow that right up with y'all thinking Tom Brady at 44 years old is gonna do a quarterback sneak on 4th and 1.
Oh nah. Oh
So
nah.
then y'all then allow Leonard Fournette to see the clogged up hole in the middle, jump cut right to the outside, race to the pylon. 27-27. No, I think it was like, yeah, 27-27. And then Cooper Cup got open again. Matthew Stafford dimed him. I thought he was gonna drop it. That's how like wide open he was. Dimed him, field goal at the end. They walk off.
Hey,
Do you
shout
think
out to
the
Cooper Cup for winning my fantasy league for me because he
bro?
went stupid
I
for me.
didn't draft him, bro. Nobody in my league knew about him, bro.
Bro,
He was
I
in
knew
free
he was
agents for
that
like 2
good when
weeks.
he was winning me fantasy leagues with Jared Goff. Like he was consistently getting about 10 to 13, 14 points a week. And I said, bro,
Mhm.
if he really get a quarterback, even though I don't have that much trust in Stafford, I do a lot more now since he done won that first game, beat Brady now.
Mhm.
So I got a lot more trust in Stafford. But like I knew I knew he was gonna rack up this year. I
So
knew
since you got trust in Stafford, you think you're gonna beat the 49ers this weekend coming up?
he gained my trust a little bit more and more every week, man. So they got to get that 49er monkey off their back. They done lost like 6 straight to the 49ers.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see if they can get it done. Like they riding
Okay.
high right now. They got to keep that momentum going because like you said, the 49ers are always contending due to coaching and how good their roster is built. They done had some tough breaks with injuries and stuff like that, but that's not a team to be trifled with. They still got George Kittle, they still got Debo Samuel, they got a band of running backs who can find holes and one of them, if just one of them get going, it's a lot easier game for Jimmy G, and that defense is always done.
So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with some predictions. Who we gonna see in the Super Bowl?
I got Kansas City Rams, man. Uh,
Okay, so we're on the same boat. We're on the same
yeah,
boat. I
I
can't.
got the big game.
I got the money game. I don't know if the NFL is hearing this and if it's as scripted as it's supposed to be, that's gonna be the game we get
Yeah.
on Super Bowl Sunday. All right. The next thing I would like to talk about is how's your music going? Because my
Um.
favorite song that you guys actually made is really Kev. That's one of my songs that's still in my playlist. I still listen to that every day when I go to the gym and work out. So it's just like, so how's your music career going, man? I'm really intrigued.
It's going all right. For me, I really took a step back after my sister had passed and everything, because my mind was just so clouded and everything. Like, I'm getting back into it. I just started producing and stuff myself, so I finally got FL Studio and stuff like that. So I'm start
Okay.
producing myself as well, along with King Griff. Everybody doing all right, man. Like, the time coming, we building. Um, just just execution. Like they
Knock it out.
to me, Kev is our like what's his name? Method Man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The one we gotta get behind so everybody else can boom 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 pop off. Like, we
Okay.
all got talent. We all got, like, Sam got talent, Ken got talent, Paul got talent. Uh Even though Kel don't make music, he got talent. Like, I, it's just execution. Like, we all got to do our part and be ready to execute that play when it comes time.
Okay. And I would say, because you, like I say this, because you guys really like had a big influence on my fashion for a long, long time. Like the way y'all brought back the 90s and the Fresh Print style with the fives, no laces. Like the shoes I got from you, like a lot of people don't know about this, guys. If you're watching this, a lot of fans, y'all finna get a backstory about me and Ant. Me and Ant actually met on the basketball court, but we met because of a shoe deal.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
He gave
That
me
was way back.
he gave me a pair of some sunshine fire red fives, like an old school pair. They was kind of old, but I always wanted the shoe. So shouts out to you, bro. I always wanted to tell you that. Really appreciate you. You really got me
Oh,
on my
no
sneaker
problem.
journey. That's another reason why I wanted you on the show. And then we're gonna dive into the next segment is the Funko Pops, because I just saw a couple of them. As you can see, I'm a Batman fan, so I ain't gonna try and say I'm gonna dive into the whole thing, but I have been searching for a Batman
Bro,
Funko Pop.
you say that,
So
and then you end up with hold on. Then you end up with boxes and boxes full of Funko Pops.
see, guys, this
Like,
is why I brought him on. This is why this is
boxes
see,
like this.
this is great content for you guys, so you
With,
guys
with,
can understand.
like, bro, like, I done probably spent over like a good thousand, bro. And you end up with Funko Pops like this. I got some Naruto ones, like,
So,
the
so how
Batman
did this
ones.
start? How did this start for you?
So for me, uh, which one did I get first? I just bought so I had bought Madden at Best Buy, and then they
Mhm.
gave you a free Lamar Jack. It was when Lamar Jackson was on the cover of it, and they gave you a free Lamar Jackson Funko Pop with it. So then I bought that, and I was like, man, he kind of cool, bro. So then, Dante
Mhm.
Foster, my homeboy, uh, you know him too. He got a even bigger collection than I do, and he was like, "Oh yeah, bro,
Wow.
you finna dive into it like hard, bro. Once you see what they got and everything like that." And then I started looking, I was like, damn, boy, like, this junk is serious, bro. Like, there's people who will pay like $3,000 for certain Funko Pops, bro. Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, when you dive into it and really find out like how limited some of these get and stuff like that. Like, there's a
Mhm.
Funko store in LA, bro. That shit is huge, bro. Like, it's in
Wait, it's a
Hollywood.
store just for Funkos? See, you don't have that in Jacksonville. You don't
Oh
have
yeah,
that.
but like, bro,
So,
it's so big, bro. Like, it don't even make no sense. Like, you can make your own Funko Pop in there. Like, they have limited releases up in there. Yeah, like,
oh, that's
I
probably
had
bigger
just
for you.
gotten the Funkos. I was in LA and I walked right past the store. I didn't know about the store because I wasn't that deep in the Funko yet. But now,
Mhm.
like, I got to get back to LA so I can get to the store.
Oh, yeah, you gotta make a stop by that. You gotta make one, bro. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
make one.
definitely. But
You
like,
gotta make
I
one.
mean, they got Hot Topic exclusive, Target exclusive, Comic Con exclusives, FYE exclusives,
Bro, because I didn't really realize it until I was in GameStop with my nephew, and it's like they have a whole wall section dedicated to it. And when you go over there, it's like it's not just what you would think is just comic books and just like action. No, they have series over there. Like I saw The Office, they have
mm-hmm.
the NBA, NFL. They got like different
No,
categories over
like,
there.
they got
So
They got I'm trying to look. I got Jerry Seinfeld right there.
Oh,
Uh,
see, I'm gonna have to get that one off you because I'm a huge Seinfeld fan, bro. So we might have to make a transaction on
um,
camera.
Mariah Carey. Uh, Mike Tyson. Like they got celebrities. Like they got bro.
Bro, see, it's
If
stuff
they
like
done,
this.
they
I
got
never would have known about.
Funkos like that. You done dag near anybody, really.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
Batman ones that you talking about, as soon as you see the Batman ones, bro, I'm gonna send you some links when we get off here, bro. You
I
gonna be
appreciate
like,
it. I
you gonna be
appreciate. I'm
like,
gonna need
man,
them because I'm for sure
you
finna
gonna be
go in
like,
there and
they
talk
got
with the boss
Batman with
lady.
the wingsuit. I think I got a Batman one up here. Yeah, they got Batman with a guitar, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, nah. See, because as a teacher, I want to decorate. I always wanted my desk just to be straight Batman's, so it's gonna be straight Batman Funko Pop. So, but
okay,
appreciate it.
so I'm gonna send you some links.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
And so we just gonna wrap it up with a last segment. Me and my guests are always gonna be great friends. I'm never gonna try to bring on anybody I'm not really cool with. So anything you ever wanted to ask me,
Um, hmm. So I want to ask a serious question.
you can ask as many questions. If you got two questions, you want to ask a funny one and a serious one, you
Okay,
go ahead.
I'll ask a couple questions.
All right.
Firstly, how you doing today? Like, how you really doing?
I'm getting better, bro. I actually appreciate that. I'm getting better, bro. I actually had a tough passing last year. Last year was a very hard year for me. I lost my first cousin. It was like
I'm
you
sorry
know
to
how
hear
you have that little cousin that you always grow with.
that. Hmm.
I lost him to suicide.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And then William, you remember Lil
Oh
Will?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was that one.
yeah.
That one really was shocking to me because the we was on the phone with him the day, like early in the day, like help hyping him up to go on the road to go for his birthday. And then that phone call that night, like just threw us because we was like waiting on him to get to Atlanta to play the game with him. Like that was the craziest part. Like we was like waiting on him, and we was like, bro, what is man at? He don't never be late to play the game, bro. Where you at? And then yeah.
You get that phone
So
call, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's I'm getting better. It was a tough man. I shelled up for a long time, but I'm expanding. Shouts out to my family. My girl, she really has been helping me through this, and my family members, they really been helping me push through. And awkwardly enough, the gym and basketball, like
Mm,
as commonly as that awkwardly as that sound for me, being in basketball is like I found therapy in that again because I stopped playing. So I appreciate that question, though, bro. But yeah, I'm getting better.
okay, that's really good because I mean, never know what somebody else is going through. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly
I
like
just
an
said,
ant. You never know what somebody
exactly,
else carrying. I appreciate
exactly.
that again.
And it's like sometimes you really need to ask somebody how they doing. Like just take a minute to ask somebody how they doing because life is
Let me return it. How have you? Because I don't feel like I asked that question. How you doing today?
um it's been real hard because like you said, I lost my sister, my only sister, 34 years old, just just didn't wake up. And like for me, it just don't make no sense. A lot of times I'm so angry, like just with anything and everything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Because it's hard to feel like it's hard because it's not like a lot of people don't understand that when it's like usually when it's like health related or suicide related, those to me, I don't want to judge my grief, but those to me are always been the toughest death because when somebody gets shot or gets murdered or stuff like that, you have somewhere to face that blame at and that anger at, and until you decide to forgive them, you have somewhere to put it at. But when it's self-inflicted or if it's something they can't battle or you can't battle or help with, it leaves you feeling like helpless and like
exactly,
like like what could I have done more to help them? And you find yourself like I get you in that rat race of just running around like what could I have done more? And then you be like nothing, but I could have done something. And yeah, so
exactly.
so
It's
I'm
just
fully
like
here with you, bro. So like I said, if you ever need to talk, I'm here.
oh yeah, and same here. Like you can call me anytime. Like a lot of times I will be up till 2 or 3 in the morning out here. So like you can call me literally anytime. If I don't answer, leave a message and I will hit you back immediately. But uh day by day, I'm getting a little bit better. I did shell up a lot when I was at home because it was the holidays. It was my first holidays without my sister. Like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so it was just hard. Like, like my mom, that was her first child. That was her baby girl, her best friend. So I've struggled with like, dang, am I even worth the like worthy of the family I have and stuff like that. But what really helped me is you know Mitch and Mike McDougal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they dad, he cut hair and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
I was at his barbershop and he was just talking to me about God and stuff and a lot of that. And I've been praying a lot more and just for peace and understanding, like to my limits, because I know I can't understand this whole grand scheme of things because it'll blow my whole brain if I try to understand the whole grand scheme of things. It it had happened for a reason. I still don't know the reason yet. I mean, maybe for me to step up as a man, be there for my niece, be there for my mom and dad, and things like that. But each day, I just try to count my blessings, like
Mm-hmm.
be thankful for uh, what I do have and things like that. And one thing I will definitely advise people is always be weary of what you say to people because it'll definitely leave you feeling guilty. It'll leave you with a huge hole in your heart. The reason why I have such a big hole in my heart is because not this past time I was home, but like the last time I was home, my sister was alive. She must have been like real tired or something, or just real stressed out. And it was like a light snap at me, like you know what I'm saying. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm not coming home for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And she didn't make it to Thanksgiving or Christmas. And boy, been feeling guilty ever since.
Ever since then. But
Ever
it's
since.
just
Yeah.
you gotta something. I mean, I'm just here to help you. It's just
No,
that
for sure.
you can't blame that guilt on you because over time you naturally would have gotten over that.
And I
So
did. That was my last conversation with her. But like,
so
I left out the
ooh,
house without giving her a hug and saying I love
I love you.
you. And that's something like we don't never do in my house. And like, just
Yeah, that's real big in my mom. I ain't understand that. Like as you get older, it be like a lot of things my mom and dad, my sugar mom, who's my grandma, used to like
Mhm.
get real mad about. I'd be like, why y'all so mad at me? Cause I just gave y'all a quick hug and walking out the house and it's cause of moments like that.
Exactly.
So
And like, if I could rewind it, but if I had $1 million, I would pay to bring
rewind that moment.
just back to that moment, just so. But you can't. And now I learn from it. And I just tell other people, bro, be just take that moment, tell you people I love you, and give them a hug, bro.
Yeah.
Like it don't take nothing but 20 seconds.
Just to give him a hug and tell him I love you real quick.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right. So
Um,
you got any other question before we end the segment?
um, what's your favorite Batman? Like as far as the actors that you've seen, who's your favorite Batman?
Ah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask so look, right?
Come
So let
on
me
now.
I don't have one.
You don't
That's the
have a
problem.
favorite
I don't
Batman?
have one. I don't have a favorite Batman. I don't. I honestly don't because to me I feel like they never do Batman justice, whoever he is, because they always try to make it they don't never really understand the balance that the comic book gives him. Okay, so like, okay, I'm finna sound like a nerd right here, but hear me out though.
It's
So
cool. We all nerds. It's cool.
yeah, so hear me out. So Bruce Wayne, bro,
Hmm.
is not like Clark Kent. Clark
No,
Kent is meant to be a nerd. He's meant to be like he's meant to throw people off like this nerd. No, Bruce Wayne is a cocky, narcissistic a-hole, right? But nobody acts like that. Everybody tries to act like they're this wholesome, humble guy, and oh, I'm just trying to be this nice guy on this side. But then when I turn bad man, I'm be no, 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 no. Because even when you're supposed to switch back to the bad guy, you're supposed to be hanging people off the balcony, jacking them up, doing whatever you need to do to get to the bottom line. That's why I like Batman because he doesn't have powers, but that doesn't mean he can't be a superhero. You know, that's why he's always he just strikes that heart like he could be a regular guy. Like there could be a Batman in Jacksonville we never know about, right?
okay,
And it'll just be a millionaire that's sitting up at the top of one of the penthouses downtown. It's just like you never know. He could be in New York, California, wherever. But I don't have one, but I do have a favorite Joker though.
okay. Who's the
I do
favorite
have a
Joker?
favorite Joker. Have you seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
That one.
Okay, Heath
And
Ledger.
the
Okay.
Leith Hedger. Okay,
Heath
the reason why
Ledger.
Leith Hedger is my favorite one is because he took the role perfectly. Like I would have thought that was Joker. Like everybody would have thought there was a
You ain't
real
like
Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix?
No, no, I didn't. I like how he at the end really personified the mental side of the Joker
Okay.
and really like showed his backstory and that side of it. I really like that side of it, but he didn't go crazy enough for me. Like his switch didn't flip like Heath Ledger did. His switch flipped and
Okay.
unfortunately, may peace be upon thee, he passed because of the role.
Mm. Yeah, I
Like he
remember
took the
that.
role so seriously that he could not focus in day to day life without thinking he was the Joker. So
Yeah.
like that's the extra weird bonus in a way, not to sound bad, but it's just like anybody that can like really make the Joker seem to the point where like I'm scared of seeing this guy on the street. I'm scared that if I don't pick up his Joker card or every time I see a Joker card, I think he's nearby me. Like, so I don't have a favorite Batman, but I do have a favorite Joker though. So
Okay, for sure.
yeah,
Are you excited for the like the DC universe that they finna do? Because they trying to,
I
in a
am.
sense, compete with Marvel, with the MCU and everything like that.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. The problem I have is how they're going to bring it all together because
Mhm.
that's one thing I can say. Marvel will kill every DC movie ever because of how they're tying the back. Like you can legit start at one and legit watch all the way through. And no matter what, you're gonna see a Thor or a Hulk or Captain America, Iron Man reference, and you'll be like, "Oh, I understand why they said that." Oh, okay, I'm glad I watched the one before that. With the DC universe, it's just like if you don't have no comic book knowledge or no comic book experience, they're not giving you a full backstory or how these guys connected. Like the Justice League movie, that's how they connected, but it's just like it was sped up and it was fast and they
Okay.
still missing a couple of guys. Like the Green Arrow was supposed to be there,
Mm-hmm.
the Green Lantern was supposed to be there. Cyborg was not supposed to be there that early because he's technically a Teen Titan that comes in with Robin. So if y'all could bring in Cyborg, why not bring in Robin?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
my fear with the next Batman is I feel like they leave out stuff in the timeline that Marvel didn't leave out. Like y'all went back, like I don't know if you're a Marvel guy or not. Well, that's what I say,
Yeah.
y'all.
I just became a Marvel guy this past year. I binge watched all the movies on Disney Plus, and now I'm caught up, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh
So,
yeah, so like when I say y'all, I'll be like yeah. So y'all in Marvel, that's one thing y'all do. Like even like the rings of Shizu,
oh,
isn't that
Shang-Chi,
isn't
10
that
rings.
like isn't that like Doctor Strange's assistant or something like that?
Nah, like okay, with him, like dang, I need to rewatch that movie because that was probably like my least favorite movie because some of the stuff that they did with the CGI and everything. It
But
was
it's just
still,
like, but like stuff like him though, it's just like y'all legit go back and give him a backstory. Like
yeah.
we not going to give Robin a backstory. We're not going to give the Green Lantern a backstory, the Green Arrow a
Oh
backstory,
yeah,
the
but you got to.
Cyborg a backstory. We're not going to give the Flash a backstory. Like we gave the Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman and Aquaman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we gotta
See,
keep
if you're gonna build up the universe like that, you got to give everybody their backstory and
Yeah,
everything.
give them a slow build up. And like there was key moments that we have that like there's one thing I feel like if they do it right, it will make people love the DC universe. And that's when they have the dark switch, and that's when Flash goes back and saves his mom. It throws everything off. Batman becomes evil, Superman becomes evil, everybody becomes evil. If they go back and do that right, I feel like everybody will love the DC universe. So
I mean, I ain't got no problem with DC. I like both. I mean, like if
mhm.
it's a good movie, it's a good movie. If it's a bad movie, it's a bad movie.
It's just, bro, as a teacher, how much I had to argue that debate because how much of a Batman guy I am, bro. Bro, I be in there, they be like, but Batman will get whooped every day by Superman. Did you not watch the movie, bro? The comic books show that Batman would never lose a fight twice. He may lose it once. He's never gonna lose a fight twice. Like,
This
come
is
on.
true. This is
So
true.
like they was like, but what if I was like, if y'all got anything to say, y'all can't say anything about Batman if y'all got Iron Man over there. They was like, how? Iron Man and Batman are the same person. One just had a better suit than the other one.
Yeah,
That's
to
the
me,
only difference.
though, and that Batman has like more of the without his suit. Like if they was in hand to hand combat, no suits, obviously I'm taking Bruce Wayne.
Gotta
But as
take
far as
Bruce.
like attitude and mentality, they like two peas in a
Smartest.
pod.
They're the smartest guys on their team.
Yeah,
Like
Finish it.
people be
Yeah,
thinking like Batman is just there for the bronze. No, he's there just for his brains. Like
yeah. Like, nah, Batman's more his smarts. He's more used. Like when he's in the Justice League, he's more used for his smarts rather than his physical abilities. Like, bro, you got Superman right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, come on,
why
man. You
would
don't
they
need
need
me.
Batman for his physical abilities? No, no
We just need you
disrespect.
to plan everything. We need you to plan everything and execute, and we'll go out there and do everything we need to do, coach. That's what we need you to do here. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So, which brings me my next question because you said you got to argue it with your kids. What's your favorite part about being a teacher?
watching them grow up. Actually
Really?
watching them grow up, cause that part breaks my heart. It's my favorite part and it's my least favorite part, honestly. Cause last year I was in middle school, substitute slash full on teacher. This year I'm a full
Mhm.
teacher. But
Okay.
last year I was a substitute for some eighth graders and sixth graders,
Hmm.
right? So I was at two different ends of the spectrum. I was at the spectrum where y'all just coming in the middle school and y'all just not finding out about yourselves. And I'm at the other end of the spectrum where y'all found yourselves and now y'all going into high school to fully discover who you are, right?
Hmm.
And that part was the hardest because I walked into a classroom where I had a transgender who excuse me, it was Nathan, but now she goes by Natalie. So I experienced that full hand of somebody fully being themselves at that young of an age. And like I also experienced some sixth graders who like legit at one point in time didn't talk to nobody. And then they found out how great of a person she was and became like the school celebrity. But it
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
because of nothing like weird. It was just because like she could make people laugh because she was funny. She was sarcastic, funny. She was tall. She had great shoes. She just never wanted to wear them. It was just like stuff like that, and just like seeing them grow up and become themselves. And then like I went back this year to visit them, and like some of them grew from like 5'2" to like 5'8", and they like Mr. Williams, and then like you got some of them saying Mr. Williams, and I'm like, it's just like that is side of it. And then I got, the kids that's in high school telling me, "Hey, Mr. Williams, you was right. It was exactly what you told us it was gonna be. You exactly right. I did notice this though. Hey, can I talk to you about this?" And like they still like DM me, message me to this day about questions they have about high school, about like like little friendships, stuff they not mature about yet to fully understand, but they come to me about it. So to me, that's probably the best part and the worst part because when they leave, now I gotta fill that hole with a new kid. And I love my new kids. Every year I get a new set of kids. By the end of like May, I'm be saying the same speech again. I'm like, dang, my kids left me again. Now I got a new bunch coming in. I gotta get ready for them. Cause like a lot of people don't know, I'm a drill sergeant until January and February. I'm a drill sergeant until
Oh,
January
okay.
and February. So if you make it from August to January and February, I'm cool. Like I'm cool. I'm the best teacher you probably have all year. It's just I gotta mold you into sport because I don't want you to think this gonna be no easy ride. But once we get to
Yeah.
January and February, that's when we start testing. That's when we start state testing, end of the year testing. I can't be hard on you. But by then you understand the protocol. So you understand what is allowed, what's not allowed. So you can walk in the room and understand it's a chill day, but you know not to wild out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
so they know their limits. But yeah, that's probably the best part, bro. I appreciate that question. These some great
Oh,
questions.
let me give you one last one. Okay. Since you done been all up and down the East Coast, what's your favorite city you done been to?
Oh, easy, New York. That's
New
easy.
York.
New
Okay.
York. And I went there on like a spring break senior year trip. I didn't even know I was going. I just went to team up over the year to go study. And it was like, hey, you've been invited on a spring break trip to New York. Bet. But I want to
I
go
mean, I'm for the slide.
I'm sliding. They were like, you're gonna stay out there for a week. It was snowing. I saw snow. I bought stuff off we went down to Times Square. I shopped in Times Square, went to a Knicks game.
Did you get any pizza?
Of
Okay.
course,
Okay.
bro. Of course. I got a long joint and I folded it, bro.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
folded it.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Oh no, I'm a pizza fanatic. Oh yeah, no, I'm a pizza enthusiast. So now I had to go there. My next spot is Chicago because I gotta try the deep dish. I gotta try that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
ain't been
I
to
got
Chicago
that.
either yet.
I folded that joint. It was just like the New York vibe. I like it so much because I'm a huge fashion guy, and for me, for whatever reason, in my past life, I'm big on that too. I felt like I was this old New York guy who just sat on the porch, bro. I don't know why, but that's just like what I always thought I was. So like when I go to New York, I just felt so comfortable, especially walking downtown and walking in between the buildings and people, being rude in a sense, but not really rude. It's just like just handle your own, walk in your own lane, don't worry about me
Yeah.
and mine, and we'll be straight. And like to me, it was also like wow, because like it's the East Coast version of Las Vegas in California because it's fast, but it's East Coast version of fast because it's so slow. Like you can be walking downtown and you can still see a mugging because there's a bunch of people in the crowd, but you can walk around the corner and it's a bunch of people over there playing jump rope. It's like it's a lot going on one
Oh yeah.
street, but yeah, that's easy. New York,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite cities.
Living in a big city now, I didn't realize like why they don't say excuse me as much because you gonna be saying excuse me, excuse me, excuse me 50,000 times a day with
Just
that
because
many
you need
people
to go
around.
down the street,
Yeah.
just to go down the street.
So it's better to just try your best. Like the only time you really need to say excuse me is if you bumped into somebody or something like that. But like you just try your best to avoid them.
That's it. Well, yeah, man, I appreciate having you. I appreciate having you on here, man. It was great having you on here as a guest.
No, I
If you ever want,
appreciate you having me, man. I really do appreciate it. It was great talking to you.
if you ever want to come back on here, man, you're welcome to come. Um, thank you for coming on the podcast about Nada. This has been brought to you guys by the ULM Productions, where all our content is always going to be authentic and real, and it's brought to you by Anchor FM. I really appreciate you, Ant. Really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, guys. So, like I said, if you
No,
need
I
anything,
really
call me.
appreciate you having me talking to me. Because even that just that little bit of talks that we just had right there unloaded a lot, helped me put my heart at ease a little bit. So I do really appreciate it. I love to come back on. I really need to get my podcast back started. I had
Oh,
stopped,
you
moved out here, and then what happened with my sister and everything. I really need to get it back started. So
Oh, you good, bro? I'm gonna send you some links, some stuff I sent. Got you, bro, to make it look real official, like how we
okay,
got it. But
for sure. I'm
yeah,
gonna send you the Batman Funko Pop link so you can go crazy like I did too.
I appreciate it, bro. All right, man. You be great. Love you, man.
All right, love you too, man. You be great. Keep doing what you're doing. So proud of you, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.